So with press releases, do you have any other advice on what sort of things should go into that press release to give it the best chance of getting out there? I mean, obviously, make it about the the people reading it. Don't make it as much about yourself. But is there any other sort of like little tricks or tips or little pieces of advice that you've kind of learned along the way that people can benefit from?
Um, do your research, find out who your audience is real. It sounds simple, but it's real important. So, you can write in their voice. Include as much collateral material too, because if you do get picked up, with ours, a lot of the other companies will charge, and everything we do is just like one fee.
Mm-hmm.
But you could actually include B-roll video in your press release. So like we'll have our video, but then there's also a section where you can put your YouTube links to other stuff. So if you have any kind of video or stuff you want to talk about, um, you can include that. Headshots, product shots, any of that kind of stuff. Make sure you include. So include as much collateral material and support material because if somebody does find whatever you're talking about interesting, that they're going to want as much of that stuff as possible. So that and which is to your advantage. So you might as well give it to them. So I would say that's another good way to support. I would also kind of micro niche.
Mm-hmm.
So don't just shotgun and try to be impressive to everybody. Focus on they talk about the 80-20 rule, and I actually kind of even think it's more like a 99-1 rule with PR is maybe really establish and focus relationships with maybe five, instead of like, blanket blasting, 15,000, bloggers and journalists and whoever you want to go after, maybe hyper focus and target, 4 or 5 that you really know that would really have some heat. If you really kind of reverse engineer a lot of the people, like even guys like Tim Ferriss,
Mm-hmm.
they really, really hyper focus their relationships with some really influential people in the beginning. And with content marketing, it's the same way. You get a couple of whales that are interested in start syndicating out your content or having you be a writer for them. Then it'll just blow you up overnight.
Now, when
So
you say hyper focused, you mean like those are the people that you reach out to personally and send them personal emails, or is that like
exactly,
a
yeah,
targeting
personally.
strategy inside of like a PR reach?
Yeah, personal emails. Whether maybe you target them on Facebook and make that a promoted post that targets them, or you're hyper focusing, sending them emails, or anything like that. And I would also maybe before you ever do that, contact them and give them a little bit of value. Whether it's maybe an expertise or trying out your a free use of your product or whatever. Just because they're going to be a lot more responsive if you've already kind of done something for them, as opposed to, hey, my name's Matt, and syndicate my shit, that kind of thing. So um, excuse my French, but that's it's going to make it infinitely that exponentially that much more easier for you to do. Um, and you'd be surprised, once a couple of the whales pick you up, then everybody else is going to follow, and all
Mm-hmm.
the people that you were trying to get a hold of anyway. Then they're going to start following them and picking using their stuff or contacting you, and so and then it gets so much easier. So it's really more of a sniper play. I mean, most people that they do PR, they're just shotgunning and they're just hitting as many people as they can. And I think those usually the people are pretty blind to that kind of stuff that on the receiving end. So if you can really focus and really kind of speak to whoever you're speaking to in their voice,
Mm-hmm.
then you're going to be much more successful a lot faster, and it's just so much easier too. It's actually just not that hard.
Yeah.